Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat mga kapamilya. Nagbabalik tayo sa loob ng PhilOil Flying V Center dito po sa lungsod ng San Juan para sa pagpapatuloy ng live and exclusive coverage of your Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. And we're finally down to our last game today. This is a triple header Saturday. Kung hindi nyo po napanood kanina, the Perla Spikers won via sweep over the Tacloban Fighting Waray. Sa ating ikalawang laro naman po, nakakatapos lamang ang Purest Water Defenders nanalo in 5 sets over the Lady Oragons. And that brings us to our game for today, the Air Force Lady Warriors versus the Angels. Pareho pong nagtapos at 3-4 in our preliminary round. Third and final game of this beautiful Saturday here in the Premier Volleyball League. Thank you so much for tuning in live here on SNA HD Channel 166, Liga HD Channel 183, TFC.TV, the #1 sports website in the country, sports.abs-cbn.com, and PremierVolleyballLeague.com. This is Martin Javier at your service this evening, and I'm going to be working alongside these two lovely ladies. First up, my partner na doble kayod ngayong araw na ito, si Z Herbacio. Congratulations, Z, on your win earlier. And it's great to work with you for the first time here in the PVL.
Yes, thank you, Martin. And good evening, mga kapamilya. Ito na nga, pangatlong game na in this triple header Saturday here. At medyo maulan-ulan at salamat na kayo'y pumunta dito live at nanonood sa inyong mga bahay.
At medyo malamig din ngayon, ha?
Yes.
Medyo nanginginig po kami ngayon dito sa panel. But next up, we also have our panel at large, Miss Denise Densay. Denise, how is life after college?
So far, doing so well. So,
Doing well.
almost freezing right now, but I think we can expect a very intense matchup ngayong gabi na ito.
Okay, parang ready na kami dito sa panel. Denise, game ka na ba?
Game na.
Z, game ka na?
Game na.
Okay, mga kapamilya, tara, game!
Magandang gabi mga kapamilya, and we have the last game of the PVL Reinforced Conference tonight, and it is day 15. And you know, Martin and Z, the two teams that we have today, they have a lot of things in common. The Lady Warriors and the Angels. First is, as you mentioned a while ago, they are both coming from a 3-4 record for the round one, and they're also coming from losses. Now, the Angels have lost to the High Flyers, and the Lady Warriors lost to the Tacloban Fighting Waray. And of course, both teams really are looking for redemption ngayong gabi na ito, at kaya talagang babawi sila para ma-secure ang kanilang spot sa semifinals.
Alright, maraming salamat, Denise. Yan nga ang sitwasyon ngayon ng dalawang koponan. Hindi naging maganda yung pagtatapos nila sa preliminary round dahil pareho silang natalo sa kanilang last game doon. But
True, yes.
this is the first day of the quarterfinals, so parehong teams clean slate.
Yes.
Kumbaga, di ba? So lahat magko-compete, single round robin, pero dahil pasok na ngayon ang Cool Smashers, pasok na ngayon ang High Flyers sa ating semifinals. Z, ano ba yung paglalabanan ng 6 pang natitirang kupunan dito sa ating quarterfinals?
So, tama ka dyan, Martin. So, we started out this reinforced conference with 8 teams. After that elimination round, ang top 2 teams ay pasok na sa semifinals. So, naghihintay na lang tong top 2 teams at nabanggit mo nga kanina, ang Cool Smashers and ang High Flyers, ang dalawang koponan na iyon. So, ang bottom 6 teams naman ngayon ay maglalaban-laban in the quarterfinals in a single round robin format. So, ang top 2 teams naman na lalabas in this quarterfinals ang siyang tatapat sa ating Cool Smashers and High Flyers in the semifinal round.
Okay, so dito sa quarterfinals, everything at stake.
Yes.
From here on out, every game counts para sa
Yes.
natitirang 6 na kupunan natin. Pero speaking of the teams that will be playing today, Denise, I understand you have something for us here to get to know more about those teams.
That's true. And you know, the Angels said na talagang naging malaking tulong ang mga imports sa kanilang koponan. Kaya let us get to know about one of their imports, Anastasia Tratia. Panoorin natin ang video na ito.
firepower, heaven sent ang Ukrainian hitter na si Anastasia Trach para sa Petro Gazz Angels. At today, mas makikilala natin si Tasha at kung paano niya tutulungan ang Petro Gazz Angels to get more wins this season.
Good rally. Oh, and a combination play! Trach with a point! 6-9. Trach cross-court. Wow!
So Tasha, how did you start playing volleyball?
Well, I started volleyball when I was 9 years old, and there was a coach from the school, so he just invited me for practice. And actually, when I was working on the practice, I was sure it's basketball, not volleyball.
Volleyball also took you to different places, so can you share with us what countries have you been to?
Yeah, it was Turkey, Cyprus, Slovakia, Poland, Kazakhstan, Romania. Yeah, so I love volleyball for that opportunity that he gave me to see life in different countries from inside, not just like a tourist. So yeah, it's very nice.
So how do you find the Philippines so far? How has it been for you, especially with the food, with the people?
I love people here. They're so friendly, everyone smiling. It's an atmosphere here, just you can't describe it by words. It's very nice here. I enjoy every day.
What things have you learned also in the Philippines, or what other things have you been teaching also your teammates?
Yeah, I think we have very good atmosphere in the team. So yeah, we give advice on practices, and girls, if I gave some advices, they trying to listen. Also, I listen girls what they told me. So yeah, it's very good atmosphere.
You talked about winning the championship and a few more games, but you know what? For today, we have something exciting for you. This is your first time to climb, so are you excited to try this?
I'm very excited. Let's go to try it.
Yes, let's go climb.
Hi Tasha and Rox, I'm Jane and welcome to Climb Central Manila. Okay, first things first, I'm going to discuss the house rules. For the top rope, we have two lines here, climber's line and belayer's line. In climber's line, this is the carabiner, this is where we clip in. So how do you use the carabiner? Down, twist, and then press, and then you clip in here in your belay loop. Release it, it will automatically lock. And the next is belaying. Belaying is proper way of managing the rope or act of pulling the rope. So every time someone is climbing belayer, your job is to pull the rope or to remove the slack rope.
All right, cool. Game? Let's go. All right, Tasha, so this is your first time to climb, right?
Yes.
How was the experience for you?
I like it a lot. If to be honest, I thought it would be more harder, but with your guys' support, it was much easier. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely, I will come back here. That's what I'm feeling now. I want to try more and more.
And do you have any message for the volleyball supporters?
Yes, thank you that you're coming for our games, and I hope to see you for our next game. Come to support us.
Thank you, Tasha. Catch Tasha and the rest of the Angels only here on PVL.
And as we find out which team will make it to the top, don't forget to tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports with the hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN. And of course, check out our exclusive photos on our Instagram page at ABS-CBN Sports. And of course, for all things the Premier Volleyball League news, interview schedules, lahat-lahat na, just check out the Philippines' #1 sports website, sports.abs-cbn.com. And of course, please follow, like, and share our Facebook page at Premier Volleyball League. At meron na rin tayong mga photo booth, mga kapamilya, na it's not just stationary, it moves. And pag nandito kayo sa center, you might you might have a chance to have a picture with your volleyball idol. And of course, we also have the StarCam.
Yes, StarCam, ang pinapago po namin feature dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Ayan, nakikita nyo pa rin yung photo booth na umiikot dito sa PhilOil Flying V Center. Pero yung StarCam natin, if you use the hashtag StarCam and tweet us, of course, on Twitter, pwede nyong ipa-feature kung sino yung gusto nyong player na i-focus sa camera. Pwedeng isang set, pwede isang buong laro. Just use the hashtag StarCam all throughout the game. Ngayon, nakatutok po yan dito sa ating Air Force Lady Warriors. Kaya patuloy nyo po kaming i-inform kung sino yung gusto nyong matutukan dyan sa ating StarCam. Pwede rin si Denise, pwede rin si Z.
Or si Martin.
Or si Martin.
Grabe, pwede rin po yan, pwede. Pero yan po ang aming pinakabagong feature dito, ang StarCam. Pero sa ating pagbalik, meron kaming mga kasama dito sa ating panel. Kakausapin namin siya. Kasama na rin ang paghimay sa isang kupunan na ating i-discuss dito. So huwag kayong aalis mga kapamilya. Magbabalik ang PVL Reinforced Conference right here on SNA. Balik tayo dito sa loob ng PhilOil Flying V Center as we continue our coverage here of the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Third and final game this Saturday between the Air Force Lady Warriors. Nakikita nyo sa ating screens ngayon, kalaban nila ang Angels. Muli, pareho silang nagtapos at 3-4 in our preliminary round. They're gonna begin our quarterfinals against each other. At ngayon, kasama naman natin ang isa sa mga stars ng Air Force Lady Warriors. Kasama natin ngayon si Jeanette Panaga or Pangs. Pangs, kamusta ka?
Okay naman po.
Kamusta naman yung team? Okay naman kayo?
Okay naman yung team.
Pero napansin ko, kayo yung team na isa sa mga pinaka-well-distributed yung points. Paano nyo na ma-manage kayong dalawa ng captain nyo na si Myla Pablo na makipagsabayan dun sa paluan ng mga imports natin dito sa PVL?
Siguro parang ginagawa lang namin yung part namin and ibibigay lang namin yung best namin bawat game namin. So iniisip namin na kailangan din namin mag-step up as a player.
Oo.
Okay. Alam naman natin na ikaw yung mga isa sa mga players na natira mula dun sa last na lineup ng Lady Warriors. So, kamusta naman yung team chemistry nyo with the mga Air Force players natin ngayon?
Okay naman po sila. Okay naman sila kasama. Sobrang mature nila gumalaw and lahat ng galaw namin bawat training sobrang smooth.
Okay, good luck sa inyo ngayon. Maraming salamat sa pagsali mo sa amin dito sa panel. At mapa-blocking, mapa-atake, maaasahan nyo talaga itong si Pangs Jeanette Panaga, multi-awarded din na blocker para dito sa Air Force Lady Warriors. At nabanggit na natin yung performance nilang dalawa ni Myla Pablo. In their previous game against the Tacloban Fighting Warais, they contributed 20 and 11 points respectively. The 20 points of Myla Pablo led the team in that particular game.
That's right. And so yun nga sa tingin ko ang winning factor ng mga teams dito sa Reinforced Conference. Hindi lang dapat yung imports yung nagko-contribute with points but also dapat yung mga locals din.
Oo, tama. May local support but despite of course the scoring na itong dalawang local stars natin sa Air Force Lady Warriors, hindi nila nakamit yung panalo na yun against the Tacloban Fighting Warais. They lost a heartbreaker because I believe anytime you lose a 5-setter, mas masakit yan. Mas masakit yung pain. Mas bigat dalhin yan pagkatapos as a team, as a unit. At yun nga yung nangyari sa kanila against sa Tacloban Fighting Warais. They lost the 5th set rather, 15-10.
That's right. Ayun nga, kung makikita natin ang statistics in that match, makikita natin papalit-palit yung mga nanalo. In set 1, ang Fighting Warais. Set 2, ang ating Lady Warriors. Hanggang sa dulo, ang Fighting Warais ang nakakuha ng panalo. Yun nga, despite having 4 players who's already contributing double-digit points as compared to the Fighting Warais na 3 players na yung nag-contribute. Siyempre, iba talaga yung labanan. Hindi naman natin mababase lang sa statistics kung sino ang mananalo sa game. Kung hindi, kung paano yung palitan ng points, especially with the 5th set.
Ayan, kaya napaka-important ng lahat ng point dito. Of course, Tacloban Fighting Warais getting that one over the Air Force Lady Warriors. Let's see how they will bounce back in this game against the Angels. Ang kanilang mga kalaban naman ang aming hihimayin sa ating pagbabalik. Huwag kayong aalis. PVL on SNA will return. Balik tayo dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Martin Ovier with Z. Hervasio covering the third game for today. At kasama rin natin ngayon si Janelle Cheng of Angels. Janelle, good evening. Kamusta ka?
Okay naman po.
Kamusta naman yung team ngayon, chemistry-wise? Kamusta kayo?
Ngayon siguro mas connected na kami ngayon. Tsaka may dyan na kasi yung team.
Okay.
Medyo matagal.
Pero napansin ko kasi, up and down yung start nyo sa season. Unang 3 talo, tapos nag-init kayo, 3 sunod na panalo. Ultimately, you finished it at 3 and 4. Dito ba sa quarterfinals, may expect natin na ito na yung top form ng Angels team ngayon?
Yun naman din yung wini-wish namin na sana tuloy-tuloy yung panalo. So, sa training naman, so far, okay naman yung practices namin. So, sana yun, ma-convert namin sa game.
So, Janelle, ano sa tingin niyo yung kailangan yung gawin as a team para maayos yung performance nyo this quarterfinals?
Siguro kulang pa rin kasi kami sa communication sa loob ng court. So, siguro yun po yung unang-una. Tapos, siguro, enjoyin namin yung game. Kasi, lalo na po pagka lumalamang yung kalaban sa amin, kitang-kita sa amin or sa players na sa loob na down na agad.
Okay, maraming salamat Janelle sa pagsali mo sa amin dito at syempre pag-share ng estado ngayon ng Angels team. Maraming salamat ulit. Janelle, good luck.
Thank you.
Mamaya sa laro nyo against the Air Force Lady Warriors. Hope you get off to a good start here in our quarterfinals. Ayan po, si Janelle Cheng from the Angels here. At siya lang po ang nakascore ng service ace in that particular game against the High Flyers. They lost that one, by the way, by a sweep. Pero isa lang yan sa mga i-address na problema ni Coach Jerry Yee at nakupunan ng Angels.
That's right. And if we check out the stats, makikita natin na dikit yung first and second set, 27-25, 25-23. At bumitaw nga lang to sa third set ang ating Angels. At nakita nga natin in the stats also si Janelle Cheng ay nakakuha ng single ace in that match.
Of course, that makes them the third to the last in terms of serving itong Angels. Pero syempre, nabanggit na natin yung pagkatalo nila against the High Flyers to end and to snap, of course, their 3-game winning streak in that preliminary round. Masakit yun dahil 2 sunod na set, di kita nyo, nabanggit mo, 27-25, 27-25. Pero parang kumala sila nung third set. They lost that one by 8 points, 25-17.
That's right. At ang kanilang bagong import na si Lena Limavera Flink ay nagtapos with a 15 points in total as compared to her whopping 30 points, Martin,
diba?
nung first game niya with the Angels. At sumunod sa kanya ay si Tasha Trach, ang nakita natin kanina nag-wall climbing with 14 points. So tingnan natin in this match kung makakabawi sila at kung mas marami pang teammates from the team ang kanila ang magko-contribute in terms of attack points.
Ready na tayong simulan ng ating third game for today. Again, this is the game between the Air Force Lady Warriors and the Angels. Pero po, habang naglalaro tayo dito sa PhilOil Flying V Center, pwede nyo po kaming i-tweet, magparamdam kayo sa amin at ABS-CBN Sports and use our official hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN. We also have exclusive photos and videos on Instagram at ABS-CBN Sports. At syempre, I think nag 1 million na tayo. I'm not sure. But I think we're at that 1 million mark. Please like us on Facebook at Premier Volleyball League. At tutukan niyo po kami dito sa live stream namin at sports.abs-cbn.com at premiervolleyballleague.com. At meron pa rin po kaming Starcam dito na pwede niyong patutukan sa amin. Ayan si DJ Louie.
Kung gusto nyo, Starcam din si DJ Louie.
Pwede. Ayan, si ayan.
Okay, sa tingin nyo guys, sino ang dapat i-Starcam feature natin by live stream?
Ayan,
just
sino
tweet
kaya?
and use the hashtag Starcam and hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN.
Ayan ang pwede nyo pong ipatutukan sa amin, mapa-commentator, mapa-DJ, at syempre players on the court. Ngayon naman po, ready na kami magsimula dito sa ating pagbabalik laban ng Air Force Lady Warriors kontra sa Angels sa ating PVL Reinforced Conference right here on SNA.
Mr. Jeff Lopez, international referee. Second referee, Mr. Bob Malena, national referee. Let's call on our starters from our Lady Warriors of Pocari Sweat Air Force. Team captain is number 18, Myla Pablo. At At number 2, from the USA, our foreign guest player, Madeline Palmer. Number 3, Jeanette Panaga. Number 7, Airwoman First Class, Wendy Ann Simana. Number 10, from the USA, foreign guest player, Ariel Love. And number 16, Airwoman Second Class, Angel Anticuesto. Libero, number 11, Jelly Tempiatura. Head Coach, Technical Sergeant, Jasper Jimenez. Calling on our Petro Gazz Angels. Team captain is number 4, Stephanie Mercado. Number 1, Cherry Rose Luna. Number 5, Relea Ferina Sai. Number 9, Anastasia Trach, foreign guest player. Number 11, Alisa Layo. Number 12, Olena Limareva Flick, foreign guest player. Libero, number 10, Rika Jane Enclona. Head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee.
Balik tayo dito sa loob ng Philippine Flying V Center as we continue our coverage, the live and exclusive coverage of your Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Nakikita nyo ngayon starting units para sa parehong koponan from the Air Force Lady Warriors and of course the Angels, bannered by their powerful imports here. Papasok tayo ng set number 1. Both teams again finishing at 3 and 4 in our preliminary round. They want to set off on the right note, on the right foot dito sa ating quarterfinals, because as we mentioned earlier in our pregame, every game counts. I think each team will only have 5 games because we only have 6 teams left battling out for that 2 spots going into the semifinals. At ito po, ang ating Premier Volleyball League. Ball is up, and the first point goes right away to our Air Force Lady Warriors. That's Ari Love with a point.
That's right, Martin. And you mentioned kanina, starting off with the right foot. And speaking of foot, now we're seeing Wendy Ansimana suiting up for the Lady Warriors. At alam naman nating na-injure siya with a sprain, ankle sprain.
Right.
And we didn't see her in action in their last 2 games. Nakita natin na, yun nga, ang daming nagsasabi na baka siya yung reason, siya yung key factor na manalo na sila in this outing.
Tapos si Wen Semana, ayan po, nasa starting unit ngayon ng Air Force Lady Warriors. And that's a point, a counterpoint by the Angels here. That's Limareva Flick, their newest addition, only her 4th game here in the Reinforced Conference, averaging about 20.3 points per game. Very explosive import para sa kanila. Ang pinalitan niya si Kati Kulurkan, 6'4" Estonian. Because of that recurring knee injury at Myla Pablo, nagparamdam na agad dito sa ating laro. She scored 20 points in the previous game. That's her first point today.
And as you mentioned nga kanina, itong si Lena, ang Angels na bagong import. Tinanong ko siya kanina, chinika ko siya, ano bang favorite food mo so far na since you got here in the Philippines? Sabi niya, it's the Philippine mango.
So, Philippine mango.
So, tingnan natin kung...
ito ba yung hilaw o yung hinog?
I think yung hinog.
Hinog na mangga, okay. Pero ito sa nakikita mo ngayon dito sa Angels team, slow start for them to begin the season 0 and 3. Nakinit sila sa gitna. At tingin ko ngayon, they have a better team chemistry now. Ano ba yung tingin mong kailangan nilang gawin para maabot yung next level na yun at marating nila yung semifinals?
I think, kailangan lang nilang magtrabaho as one unit kasi yun nga, nakita natin na bago nga tong import si Elena and so far nag-shuffle din si itong Coach Jerry ng mga players inside the court. So it's just a matter of gelling well in this match and hopefully sa susunod pa nilang laro in the quarterfinal.
Ito naman sa kabila sa Air Force Lady Warriors, naging up and down din yung kanilang season. They finished it at 3 and 4 but they're bannering yung nga high-scoring top 4 nila dyan. Ang kanilang dalawang import na si Ari Love, si Palmer alongside Myla Pablo and Jeanette Panaga. Ngayon,
obviously, those were not translating to enough wins for them in the quarterfinals. Sino pa sa tingin mo yung pwedeng mag-contribute para sa kanila?
It's just a matter of na paganahin nila yung middle spikers natin. Kasi mukhang 4 out of 4 open spikers and the outside hitters, si Jeanette, si Banks, yun nga, contribute din. So, it's just distributing well for the center.
Kumbaga, i-variate yung mga atake dito. Of course, yung middle na yan, kahit sa ibang teams, hindi madalas yan pinupuntahan ng iba nating kupunan dito. At ito, pakinggan naman natin yung kwento ni Denise Densay. Go ahead, Denise.
Para kay Jeanette Panaga, what the Lady Warriors really need to work on is their floor defense and committing less errors. Nung nakausap ko nga siya sa dugout, nakapaghugot pa si Pangs at sinabi niya, para lang sa love or life. Where there are less errors, there are less pain. Balik sa inyo, Martin and Z.
Salamat, Denise.
Grabe. Saktong-sakto sa weather natin yung hugot na ni Pangs.
Big weather natin ngayon. Of course, officially starting the rainy season. Kinonfirm na yan ng Pag-asa na tapos na nga yung summer. Start na ng rainy season. At ito, 4 apiece from the Lady Warriors and Angels. And we actually expect this to be a close one because, again, they finished with identical records in our preliminary round. Pablo from the back row. That goes wide for Myla Pablo. So an attack error here. Point goes to the Angels.
So far, Pablo with 2 errors on the service line and that attack point.
Paneng Mercado, the veteran, serving it up. Semana. Oh.
Outside shot,
That goes in. Para dito kay Antipuesto. That's Angel Antipuesto. Again, also one of the veterans of this team.
Kung titingnan natin, Martin, yung first round encounter nila, nanalo tong Angels in 4 sets. So, tingnan natin kung babawi na kagad itong Lady Warriors in the quarterfinals. Kasi alam naman natin na clean slate lahat ng teams na pumasok dito sa quarterfinals. Kumbaga, yung standing nila nung elimination round, bali wala na ulit yun. Back to 0 na lahat. And syempre, so far ngayon, maganda yung pinapakita ng mga teams early in the first 2 games. Talagang arangkada na kagad. And let's see in this match kung sinong magte-take advantage ng unang panalo in this quarterfinal round.
Parang nangyari sa ating previous game, Z, nakakuha ng revenge doon. Yung Purest Water defenders over the Lady Oragons in 5 sets as well. Kaya po naging napakahaba yung match natin bago itong ating laro. That is an attack error again coming from Pangs Jeanette Panaga. To the dismay of their head coach here, this is Asha Trotch serving it up. Semana, Palmer, straight to the blockers, and that's a kill block. Working for the Angels, and that will lead us to our first technical timeout here in set number 1 with the Angels leading by 2. Ito yung huling laban ng Air Force Lady Warriors sa ating preliminary round against the Tacloban Fighting Warais. Again, they lost that one in 5 sets, and this is why, though they got the lead in the blocking department, hindi naman nila nakakuha yung spiking department, and which proved to be, of course, the difference in that particular contest.
That's right. And syempre, iba din yung balikan ng points, especially in the last set. Kasi kahit na we based everything on stats, sabihin natin, ikaw, Martin, nag-10 points ka. Tapos ako, nag-5 points. Kahit sabihin mo, oh, mas maganda yung nilaro ni Martin. Pero what if yung 5 points ko is lahat dun sa set number 5? Syempre, that speaks volume also.
That's true. That's true. And also, the errors were not in favor. They had 31 errors in that game against the Tacloban Fighting Warais. As we continue action here, Limareva Flick continues to score here. That's the versatility that they were not able to get with their previous import na si Cooler Khan. This explosive scoring. Ito ni Limareva Flink so far working for the Angels.
So far, Lena is giving a good impression sa kanyang mga teammates. A very fit sa kanyang leader role here for the Angels.
He's also Ukrainian, and that's a point Miscommunication para dito sa Air Force Lady Warriors. 7-10, a 3-point lead now. Cherry Luna still serving them. Still serving for them. Semana. Palmer puts it down the line. Palmer finally gets one through.
Madeline Palmer, one of the top scorers dito sa ating Lady Warriors.
That's a nice serve by Palmer. Goes for the drop, doesn't work. Panaga pops it up. Pablo, diretso kay Inclona. Lena goes to Trach. Trach gives up the free ball. This is Semana with a back set to Love. Single coverage does not work. Love scores for the Lady Warriors.
You also gotta give it to Wendy and Semana, who got that save in the first rally encounter dito sa last match. And without her save, hindi makakapuntos itong Lady Warriors.
So 2 quick points para sa Lady Warriors to trim the lead down to 1. This is Lena with a nice spike there, but that was checked by the Lady Warriors.
That's
And
outside.
a point here goes to the Angels.
11-9.
So far, a slow start for the Lady Warriors. The Angels getting the upper hand here.
That's right. At medyo malamig-lamig kasi ang panahon natin ngayon. Martin.
Naninibago pa, no? Kahit tayo naninibago rin.
Right. Kanina during our game, parang si Jem Ferrer lang yung pinapawisan sa loob ng court. Everyone else is like, pwede ba maglaro ng B-jacket?
Oo. Jem Ferrer is actually our player of the game.
Yes.
The first game natin with 44 excellent sets. Congratulations, by the way.
Salamat. And congrats again to Miss Jam.
Wow, a player of the game. Great start para sa Perlas Spikers, winning over the Fighting Warriors. This is Ari Love. Nice save by Trach. Mercado puts it down. Semana could not save it, but Love somehow pops it up. Cruz, Saed, back set. Mercado with a powerful strike. And the single coverage there works for Myla Pablo.
Good redemption there for Pablo. Kahit hindi nakakapag-contribute masyado sa atake. Ayun, block point naman ang kanyang ibinigay para sa kanyang kupunan.
And it's good to see that the locals, such as Aneng Mercado, getting involved early here for the Angels. Oh, what a hit there by Lena.
13-10.
Ang bilis ng palo kahit hindi ganun kabigat, mabilis.
Yes.
Foreign guest player.
Lena Limareva Flick, also Ukrainian. Pareho sila ni Tasha Trach. Ari Love, nice save by Saed. The Angels could not keep the ball alive.
11-13.
I actually asked Lena kanina before the game kung magkakilala talaga sila ni Tasha before being teammates here in the Philippines. And sabi nga niya na, syempre, maliit din naman ang volleyball community back in Ukraine. And magkakilala sila before pa.
Naglalaro sila against each other. Pablo, straight to Mercado. That's a point for Myla Pablo. So, Lady Warriors down only by a point here. This is Ari Love serving for them. Let's see that one more time. Great setup by Semana. Pablo puts it down straight to Paneng Mercado there. A poor first ball for the Angels. Semana goes to the middle. Oh! That's a miscommunication.
We're tied at 13.
Between Trach and Alyssa Layug. So the Lady Warriors climbing back here. 3 straight points para sa kanila. Ganito ka-potent din yung lineup nitong Lady Warriors team.
Right, kailangan lang mapagana nila ang kanilang mga players. Like for example, Myla Pablo has been scoring 2 straight points and tingnan mo ang score, 13 all.
Pero si Layug naman bumawi sa gitna.
14-13.
Former UP Lady Maroon. Getting that one to go in. Great point there by Alyssa Layug, giving the lead back to the Angels. Oh!
Ooh, nice set.
Oh, Pablo puts it down, rewarding The setup job there by Balmaceda.
Yes. Gotta give it to man Balmaceda, who was actually my teammate back in high school in the Manila meet. Yan. So magkaka-teammate kami niyan at ni Jem Ferrer and Mel Gohing actually back in high school.
Oh, not in the school.
No. It's a selection para sa eventually for the palarong pambansa.
Okay. Thought it was in Saints ko.
Man Balmaceda was actually playing for the UE squad back in high school. Yun nga nabanggit mo, I was playing for Saints ko.
How does it feel ngayon nakakalaban mo pa rin sila simula high school hanggang ngayon dito sa ating personal leagues, nakakalaban nyo pa rin siya, nakakalaro nyo pa rin in a very competitive level, ha?
Masaya naman na yun nga, yung dating magkakalaban, magkakakampi ngayon, and vice versa.
Okay, we go to our second technical timeout here. 16-14, pair of the Angels.
The first ball goes back to her.
All right, back here in our Premier Volleyball League reinforced conference coverage here. Ito si Olena, again, Lena Limareva Flink, the newest import, of course, of the Angels. Only her 4th game here in the reinforced conference, averaging about 20 points per game. In their previous contest against the High Flyers, that was a 3-setter. She had 15 points for her team.
That's right, and one of her games, napaka-explosive niya nun. 30 points in a 4-setter match lang.
Ang kalaban, ito.
Yes.
Air Force Lady Warriors, so she's looking to duplicate that performance here in our 3rd game. Janelle Cheng at the service line right now. Again, siya lang ang naka-service ace ng kanilang huling laro. That resulted to a point here for the Angels.
17-14. Good block there by Cherry Nunag, who actually is the 3rd best scorer in the team.
That's right. Ito naman si Alas from Twitter. Nagasuporta naman ni Myla Pablo. Sabayan mo daw ng lakas ng panahon. Let's go. Typhoon Bagyong Pablo. Ito naman si Sha Escartin, watching all the way from CDO, Cagayan de Oro. Ganda daw talaga ng partner ko na si Z Herbacio. Been a fan of her since your Ateneo days.
Salamat siya, and glowing kasi panalo kami kanina.
Ayun, kaya pala glowing dito. Ito naman si Diana Mendoza. Si Paning Mercado naman ang sinusuportahan. And of course, I assume it's also for the rest of the Angels team. Ngayon, hinahabol na ng Lady Warriors. Only a 1-point lead, 2 straight points for Air Force.
That's right, and tulad lahat ng last tweet na ating binasa, Martin, guys, tweet nyo lang #StarCap, #PVL on ABS-CBN para ma-focus natin sa favorite player nyo via live stream.
That's right. Kahit mapaisang set, mapaisang laro, yan po ang pinakabago naming feature dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference, and that's Mean Medres. Nakakapasok lang with a point for the Angels, and a couple of substitutions here for Coach Jerry Mean Medres and Janelle Cheng. Shaking things up para sa kanyang kupunan. Trach. Straight to Palmer, Balmaceda. All the way to the other side. That doesn't work for Palmer. Limareva. Straight to Pablo.
Oh!
Semana. Oh, miscommunication between Semana and Balmaceda.
Wendy and Semana doesn't look too happy in that last rally. At yun nga kasi they're trailing behind by 2 points, and that made them 3-point deficit in this first set.
So may frustration pagkatapos ng play na yun. Nice save by Lena. Oh, Mendres straight to the blockers. Ball is still alive. Cruz. Lena straight through the blockers. Oh, Balmaceda with a save. Palmer pushes it to Cruz. Back to Lena here. Oh, puts it down.
What a hit by Lena.
Lena Limareva Flick gives them the 4-point lead. Timeout on the floor for the Lady Warriors.
Hindi natin kailangan abutin sa taas kasi mababa naman yung daan ng bola. Okay, meron tayong receive. So kailangan lang natin umipensa. Okay? So may receive naman tayo, kailangan pumatay. Tapos cover rates. Cooperates.
Let's go,
Ha?
let's go, guys!
Oh.
Pocari, careful! Let's fight, let's fight!
16-20 in favor of the Angels here, slowly pulling away here in set number 1, but 20-16. But if there's anything we have proven here dito sa AD Warriors team na to, napakabilis nila umescore ng mga puntos. So let's see if they have that kind of composure na makahabol dito sa set number 1. Pablo, goes for the drop there.
17-20.
Yan, pamatay sunog ni Typhoon Pablo.
I mean, tinago niya yun, no?
Making sure, showing everyone na hindi lang ang malalakas na palo ang pupuntos. And kanina nga pala, Martin, pinukos na ating camera. Ang baby girl ni Coach Jerry present here at the rainy Saturday here at the arena.
You see the daughter of Coach Jerry, number 1 fan, of course, of the Angels. Mareva. Fence it over. Free ball here for the Lady Warriors. Love. Straight to Cheng. Lena. Just one by Ari Love.
Versus Limareva. 18.
That joust could make the difference here at the tail end of the first set. Kasi alam naman natin, ayan, 4 points down and 2 straight points kagad ang ibinato nitong Lady Warriors.
Bilis. Pile up ng puntos para dito sa Air Force Lady Warriors. Nunan. Goes for the push. Changing her spike. In midair there, Cherry Nunan. Richie Rivero.
Petro Gazz, 1 out.
Also here inside the Phil Oil Flying V Center, supporting his dad, Coach Paulo Rivero, who is the strength and conditioning coach of the Angels.
Nepomuceno Balawaloa. Serving for the Angels.
Nepomuceno with a serve. Almaceda. Services there for Kai.
She scores.
Not what you want in this last few points ng first set natin if you were one of the Lady Warriors na naghahabol.
Magic hugot ni Coach Jerry. Back-to-back service aces.
She scores again.
2 points away from taking set number 1 here. 23-18, another timeout for the Lady Warriors.
Ng crunch time eh. Ha? Kumari, laban na yun. Ha? Hanggang, kailangan yung communication sa loob. Katulad kanina, walang kumuha. Diba? Magsalita eh. Pwede naman magsalita eh, ha? Okay. Kailangan nyo mag-usap sa loob. Okay? Communication sa loob. Okay? Go, go, go. Laban na yan, laban. Fight, fight, fight.
Here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center.
Coach Jasper Jimenez there from the Air Force Lady Warriors. Obviously, you'll hear the frustration in his voice.
Serving for
Down by 5 here in set number 1.
Kai Balawaloa.
Ay Nepomuceno Balawaloa.
Yes. Ang bagong misis dito sa ating conference.
Nakapalit lang ng surname dito. Nice catch there, Z. And Panaga, wide. That's a crucial attack error coming from Jeanette Panaga.
And now the Angels are at set point here. Unang set dito. Our last match.
4 straight points for the Angels to close out set number 1. And we end with a service ace from Kai Nepomuceno. Wow. What an end to the set there. Service ace. Balmaceda could not put it up. And the Angels now with a 1-0 lead here in our game over the Lady Warriors. You can see on your screens they won the first set 25-18. When we return, we're going to give you stats and highlights of set number 1. Huwag kayong aalis, magbabalik ang PVL on SNA.